Yo guys, what's going on? It's me, Multi4, or some people know me, Sonic Excel. Now, cool little thing, I'm actually giving this a bit of a shout out. This is the Elder Scrolls Online Beta. I got a beta key a few days ago, thank you Bethesda, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but those people at Bethesda, they are really nice. And I want to give them props for dishing out so much good Elder Scrolls content. I had a blast with Oblivion. I've played, and I still play Skyrim to this day. I don't get on it as often, but I still get on it. If only to either slaughter a town as a werewolf, or go from one side of the map to the other, stealing various goods. I'm kidding about those various goods part. But, you know, I go around slaughtering a lot of things. But this is the Elder Scrolls Online. This is an MMO version of Elder Scrolls, where just like in Skyrim, the character creation system is tremendously good. There's only a few things I don't like about this. For one, it's this alliance system they've got going. You got 3 separate alliances. You got the Daggerfall Covenant, the Aldmeri Dominion, which most people know that one from Skyrim, and then you get the Ebonheart Pact. Each one of these has a respective 3 classes. These 3 are for this one. Like, it's down a row. And now this is where I kind of wish, and I'm gonna be kind of giving my pros and cons about this, but yeah, these 3 are stuck here. You cannot be a Breton and be on the Aldmeri Dominion or whatever, or the Pact. You are stuck in the Covenant. You can't be an orc in any others, and you can't be a Redguard in any of the other 2. You are stuck with these 3 being in these individual packs, which kind of bugs me since I love Argonians and I love Khajiits. It was kind of hard making this guy alone because I just love Argonians and Khajiits. But I wanted to show off this one since I have 2 characters for these, and I plan on making a 3rd one. I'm thinking about Pact, but I don't know. I might make a separate video on the next beta weekend. But anyway, moving on. This is the character I made so far. Just like I said, you got the general. But here's another thing that we got for this. You got 4 classes. You are not bound to use any specific weapon. Just like in Skyrim, you can use whatever weapon you want, whenever you want, and use any style whenever you want. Say for instance, if you want to be a Nightblade, which are more stealth oriented, you can still go in swords blazing. I've done it. I've done it dozens and dozens of times. Granted, I got killed a few times by doing that, but half the bosses make me do that. I've got a Dragon Knight, which is fairly good actually. I actually dig it. I had a sorcerer, but I'm gonna remake that later. I might do a separate video on that. I don't know. You got Nightblades, which I got. That's my Khajiit right there, and this is my Argonian. But I'm gonna be Templar because I've not done the Templar yet. Like I said before, the character customization is off the chain. Just in true Elder Scrolls style, you have all these different things. And I know most people are going to gripe at me about the settings and such, but just so I can record this, I have to keep my stuff on low, and I have to turn this off. But I did have, before I started recording, I did have all this stuff all the way up, because my graphics card can handle it. But, like I said, it looks real good. I won't say it looks beautiful, because Skyrim was beautiful. This is okay. But this is just a beta. No worries about the graphics. It still looks good. It looks a lot more like Oblivion than anything. But yeah, you got the no gear, which yeah, I'm showing off the no gear because I got tats. I got tattoos. Not in real life. I just figured I'd show off the body markings a little bit. And those were the most badass thing I could find. Now you also got your novice gear. This is the gear that you'll be lucky to find if you get this. And then you got veteran gear, which once again, if you can find this stuff, good for you. If you can't, well, you suck. You suck, you jackass. But once again, you got the face, which I figured I'd show. Now, voices, you don't really talk. I wish you did. That would have been such an improvement. That would have made me throw my money at this. Will I buy this when it comes out? Probably not. But it's still a fun game, and I definitely recommend this game. If you're a fan of the Elder Scrolls, get it. Oh yeah, speaking of that, most of you probably noticed this one down here, the Imperial class. This is one of the major gripes I have with the whole pre-ordering and the buying and all that stuff. The Imperials, don't quote me on this. You'll have to check the site, which I'll leave in the description below, to their site. The Imperials are either a pre-order exclusive, like you have to pre-order one of the games, or you have to buy the either Imperial Edition or Legendary Edition. I'm not sure which one it is. But now, I'm also going to show this off because I thought this was hilarious. I really wanted to show this off, just for the sake of showing it off. Most of you know how Bretons have those markings on their face, and most of them are various in style. Well, I have never seen this one. It looks like a gothic chick. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist showing that off. But with that done, let's just start. Oh yeah, the voices. Another thing I show off. The reason for the voices is like just emotes, like whenever you type /dance or /laugh or whatever like that. You know, true MMO fashion where you don't have an emote list, you type it, and if it's right, you actually do it. And I just realized that sounded so wrong when it came out of my mouth. Moving on. Now let us start the adventures of Potato Salad. I'm sorry, I could not resist naming it something completely freaking random. I had to name this guy Potato Salad. Reason for the potato salad. Before I started recording this, I was watching Vanoss Gaming, and they were playing Prop Hunt. It's an old video, but it's still funny. Vanoss found this pole and everything, and at the end of that bit, he was basically a potted plant and Prop Hunt on Gmod. And they went, Shikaka, Hibachi, Potato Salad. And with that stuck in my head, I figured, start. Oh yeah, backstory. Since I have previous characters, it doesn't give you the backstory. The backstory of this is you apparently were captured by some necromancer or something, and you were used as a blood sacrifice. And with you being a blood sacrifice, you are hereby teleported to the realm of Oblivion. Most people know what that is. Me, since I've only played 2 of them, I'm not entirely certain since I never really paid attention to that type of stuff. I know about the Daedric Princes, and trust me, you will meet them. On my Khajiit character, I've already met the Dude of Madness. Sheergroth, I think is what his name is. The guy who gives you Wabbajack, for those who know him. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot about this. Most people who have the ESO thing, who have the ESO survey on thing, will normally, once they start out with a character, they will normally get this. I've got this multiple times, and to be honest, it gets annoying. But just simple fix. Go into your add-ons and turn it off, and reload the UI. Once you reload the user interface, you will be able to Now yeah, you'll still get it, but it won't stay up, because if you noticed before, no matter how many times I clicked it, I couldn't find that. Yeah, I know I'm changing a bunch of shit, but I have to change that, because I cannot do left mouse and right mouse because I'm using a mouse pad. Now these are kind of, you don't have to turn these on, but I turned them on just in case for confusion. Alright, now just like Skyrim, you can go third person, which, to be honest, not a fan of. I much prefer playing as Skyrim. And does that voice sound familiar to anyone? I don't know why, but that voice sounds like Gandalf to me. There's two voice actors. I recognize their voice, but I don't know who they are. I cannot remember them from the back for me.
Slowly, you've been through an ordeal. Take a few.
Like you, I'm a prisoner in this place. You must rescue me.
Yeah, I know I'm kind of speeding through this, but just like in normal Skyrim tradition,
let me open your door.
Just like true.
Quickly, you must escape before the guards return.
Now, just like true Skyrim fashion, or Elder Scrolls fashion, I don't know what I've been watching a lot of people's reviews over like Skyrim and Oblivion and everything.
Quickly, follow urgency.
And generally, they all start off. Most of them start off with your character in a prison.
Forged beyond these cells. Arm yourself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But like I said, most of them start you off in a prison. Which I can understand why, because it's easy to kind of, you know, set it up to kind of introduce the character creation. But still, why so many prisons? Granted, this one's a bit different because, oh yeah, we're in Oblivion.
Grab something to defend yourself from the lights. Don't be greedy. We have a lot of prisoners to arm.
Alright, now, here's your main weapons for the game. They don't show you like one or two of them, but you can pretty much keep any of them. Like once you find them, you can keep them. You got your bows, your sword and shield, your two-handed weapons, whether it be maces, great swords, battle axes, you name it. Then you got, now this is new to me, restoration stats. I've not picked these, but I don't plan on doing that either. Once again, two-handed maces, and then you got the magical staffs, just like in Skyrim. You got one of most of the elements. You got fire, ice, which we got ice here, and you got lightning. Once again, bows, and you got twin axes. Now, for the sake of now normally I like going dual wields, but I'm kind of impartial here because I really only use like 3 of these. And that's sword and shield, maces, well, just general two-handed weapons, and twins. But for the sake of showing it off, I'm gonna go with sword and shield. Now here's another bit that's, I'm just gonna go ahead and show all these off so I can get the prompts out of the way. Notifications, you got your backpack. That's just what characters. Leveling up system is a bit different. You still got the old. You choose which one of these you give, and then it increases it. But your level up bar here is different than this. Here's your new concept for this game. You got, each class has 3 sections. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at these so I know what to pick later on. You got Puncturing Strikes, 4 consecutive attacks for 2 magic damage to enemies. Close target takes 100 additional damage and is knocked back on the last hit. Dawn's Wrath, Sun Fire. This is one of those classes that would be good for Dark Elves, or whichever it is that's good with fire or magic. And then you got Restoring Light, which Rush Ceremony. Here's nearby wounded allies. I might get that just for the sake of it's a healing, so go figure. And now you also got Now each of these level up as long as you use it. You can upgrade them. Now I got dual wields. Well, actually I got one-handed shield and sword. So these are the ones I want to start out with. The class ones work a little bit differently. As long as you have, like, say for instance, I have one of each of these. Like if I'm like if I have ranked, well, say for instance, I get the beginning ones of each of these. As long as they are in my quick slot bar down here, these individual ones will level up. So as long as they are in there, and I don't have to use them in battle. Armor works about the same way, you know. As long as you're wearing that type of armor, if it doesn't even have to matter if you're wearing a full set. If, like, say for instance, I have light armor shoes, but I have heavy armor torso, legs, helmet, but then I have medium armor sleeves. They all three will level up as time progresses. Racial, you know, every class has, every race has different stuff, and you got these things. This is what's different for this game. The more you use your stuff, the more these level up. The more enemies in quest you do, the more this levels up. And with each level gained, you gain a skill point, which can be used on anything here. Say for instance, you don't want to get, you've got enough weapon skills, but you don't want to go for like one of these things. But then you've also got passive abilities down here where you can just increase your general well-being, which I do suggest getting those fairly early on because they will come in handy later down the road. But moving on, we got contacts, which, you know how that works. You got groups. But enough diddly daddling. Let's equip our shit. Yeah. And so if you notice to the left, this is your like apparel, accessories, that shit. It'll show you what your character looks like so far and everything. Combat, generally the same. You tap it, you get a light attack. You hold it, you get that. You right click, you block. But something new is interruptions. We will show that off